I told myself I was alone. I told myself no one could help me, locked in this prison of my sorrow, digging to find a way out, but stuck in this trench of all that I suffered from. Looking to those above to guide me, only to be shunned to the back, only to be told sadness was normal, as if it was God's will. But then, what was I feeling? Sadness consumed me. The darkness covered me where I could lie in stillness. The sky covered always in black snowflakes. The sun never came out. It was as if a demon itself was living inside me. The words became a mumble, mocked by those who spoke from their ego. They could never comprehend the battle that was raging. Day by day, the darkness guided me towards an unknown oasis, telling me to sleep and rest. Slowly, that oasis became visible, drowning in the thought of peace. My writing had slowed down. There was nothing else to add. No sentences, phrases, no rhymes. My hand had hurt, struggling to continue until I dropped my pencil.
Hello, my name is Samuel Andres. I'm a former student of Middle School North, and I'm currently a junior at Senegal High School. I'm in early college in marching band, and I play the tenor sax, and I want to study to become a psychiatrist. Now let's talk about something very important. Middle school is a new era in your life. You begin to take on more responsibility, and you start to figure out what the world is really like and who you are as a person. Some of you will create time management, others will not. But for sure, one thing in common, it is the peak of your emotions. Peer pressure, bullying, those are all common trends that you will start recognizing and start seeing more often. For others, being abused, emotionally, physically, and sexually. And those you begin to recognize, they play a bigger part in your life, and they can take a toll on you and who you are as a person. Stress and anxiety can build up because at this point in your life, you begin to mature. And for some of us, including myself, we didn't know what to do. I isolated myself. I hid myself from my feelings. And everything I cared and I loved about just didn't seem to matter to me. I lost interest in the activities, the sports that I loved playing. And I guarantee you, there are some of you out there that feel the same way that I did. Depression. Depression is the uncontrollable feeling of sadness. And it's sadness for a long period of time. Days, weeks, months, years. But being sad is normal. We all feel sad at some points. The loss of a pet, the loss of a game, even the loss of someone that we cared about. But someone like myself who has suffered from depression, we feel sad for a long time. And we don't know what to do. And some of you might feel that way and feel afraid to talk to someone, to even speak up. But I guarantee you that there are people out there that care for you, your parents, your teacher, your counselor, even your best friend. We all root for you because in the end, we don't want you to make the ultimate mistake in your life. Suicide, the act of taking your life. No one wants you to take your life just because you feel sad or because something is bothering you. Because suicide is a one-way trip. There's no going back from it. It's not something that, with a flick of a switch, that you can change from. It's permanent. And no one wants that for you. Everyone wants to see you stand up, get back up. No one wants to see your future wash away. Because remember, it's always okay to ask someone. If you start seeing someone that might be sad, or yourself being a little too sad, remember, it's 2017. I assume most of you have a cellular device or internet access, so you could look up some signs, but I'll just list some off of depression. Persistent sadness, being anxious, having anxiety attacks, feeling of guilt, loss of interest in sports, activities, things you love, decrease in energy. Some of you will oversleep and overeat, and others will undereat and undersleep. The feeling of hopelessness. One of the hardest things for me to understand, that there was people out there that wanted to help me. I always felt alone, as if no one was out there to guide me to the right path. And I don't want that for you, because there are always people out there that want to help you. Find a trusted adult, your parent, your teacher, a counselor, because that's what they are there for. If you're religious, Talk to a minister. Play a sport. Talk to a coach. But talk to someone that you know is going to be there for you and you can rely on. For someone like myself, talking to an adult almost seemed like as a burden, putting my problems on them. But that's what they are there for. They are there to hear. They're there to listen to you, to help you. But if you know that you're going to need help at any point, the suicide hotline is always at your disposal. If you want to talk to someone about your age, you can always talk to me. I'll always be here for you. You could talk to your best friend, someone that you know that you can trust and that can help you. Because no one wants to see you fall down those stairs. Because we all want you to get back up. But that starts with you. We all need help at some point in our lives. And asking for help never makes you a weak person. It just means you are teachable and fixable. Depression, as much as we think of it as a very rare case, is actually really common. And we can look at each other and laugh and fear. But if you think about it and take the time, you begin to see how differently each of our lives are. You realize that some of us are affected by different things, and it affects who we are. And you should never feel ashamed for wanting help for anything, because life is always going to push you down, but it's how you stand back up. You should never feel ashamed for feeling sad. Talking about your feeling doesn't make you an outcast. It's letting out emotions that have been held in for so long. And although talking to someone can take a long time, it can always be accomplished. Because we all have wanted to give up about something. But it's how you take that obstacle and overcome it that determines who you are as a person. Never let yourself be defeated. Never let yourself fall down those stairs, because we all want to see you succeed in life. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving." Thank you.